My name is Margaret Bazan Villagomez. When I was born, I was registered Margarita Villagomez. But when my mother took me to elementary school, they just automatically changed it to Margaret. And from then on, has been Margaret. Everything else. You know? And of course, when I got married, it's Margaret Villagomez Bazan. So that's how. But it was very common that when you went to school, they just switched it to English.
How did you feel about it?
I think we were so young, I guess, though. I mean, if they change your name, this is the way it's got to be, you know. When I went home, you know, at home they call me Maggie, which is Maggie. And now a lot of people call me Maggie, you know. So I have 3 names.
Do you know why your parents chose Margarita?
No, other than I heard my mother say just because she liked it, because it was, most of the time they used to name you with the calendar, the saint name. But not me, it wasn't. My saint name was Anselma. And so my daddy used to make me cry because he says, we should have named you Anselma. And I would say, no, I don't like Anselma. And then, but my birthday is April 21, and that's St. Jacinta Day. So as I started growing up, and we would celebrate St. Jacinta Day. So he would call me Jacinta, and then I would cry again. She says, well, it's your birthday, so that's Jacinta, you know?
So you were born in Houston?
Yes.
Was it April 21st? What year?
1931.
Tell me about your parents. Who are your parents?
Agustin Villagomez and Adelia Rivera Villagomez.
What did they do for a living?
Well, of course, my mom was a housewife because so many children. And really, back then, the wife didn't really go to work. When they first came from Mexico, my dad worked at what is now the Wortham Country Club, but back then it was the Houston Country Club. But he was the groundkeeper. He loved flowers and gardening. And after that, he got a full-time job at the Lone Star Cement Corporation, which was by the ship channel. And that's where he retired from. Yes.
And do you know what your grandparents did?
Well, again, my grandmother, his parents, did a lot of things for the church, but she was a housewife. But she would take care of all of the altar white linens that they used for the Mass. She was in charge of all of that. She did a lot. And for the bazaars, which back then it was a Jamaica, her and my mother and my aunt, they would all get together and make tamales to sell at the Jamaica. But they were housewives.
Do you know the story of how your parents met?
Yes.
How did they meet?
They were both born in the state of Guanajuato, in Mexico, but each one in a little different town, like in Baytown and Katy. So they didn't know each other. But it was at the time, like the revolution, and at the same time against Catholics. So my dad's family, they moved to Morelia. And then my mother's dad had passed away. So her mother and her 2 sisters and the brother, they decided to move to Morelia. And they moved across the street. So they were across the street neighbors. So they would My mom was 10 and he was 11. And they always stayed together. And then my dad and his family came to Houston. But my grandmother did not let them get married because she didn't want her daughter to come to Houston, up north, is the way they used to say. And so my dad came with his family, and 2 years later, he went and they eloped. They eloped, and he brought her back to Houston, and his mother knew that he was going to go get her. But since she couldn't get married over there, they got married here in Houston at Our Lady of Guadalupe. And I'll never forget that their reception, of course I wasn't there, but I was told, was at the Herman Park Pavilion. Then their padrinos took them in a car, but the rest of the people, most of them went on trolley. Back then they had trolleys. Yeah. And then they lived in Magnolia. We all were born there. We all lived there until we started getting married and moving away. You know.
So where was your childhood home? You said it was in Magnolia?
Yes.
Which street was it?
I was born in Avenue I, but later the city bought all of that because they made it into the park. So then we moved to Avenue F, 7641 Avenue F. But by that time I was 15.
And tell me about the house. Did it have a porch?
Yes, yes. It was, I'm going to call it a shotgun house. You know, it had the little living room, very small kitchen, which served as dining room, and 2 bedrooms. And then my dad added another room, so it just kept getting longer. And it had an inside bathroom. And later on, he bought a water heater. Wow, that was a big thing.
When did that happen?
Well, you know, I was still very little, but I remember, I guess it must have been, I was either 8 or 9, 10 years old when he bought it. And then when he bought my mother her first washing machine, what a big deal. Before that, she had to wash in the tub outside, you know. And my dad was one of the few people that had a cow right there in Magnolia. And everybody knew Mr. Agustin with the man with the cow. So we all grew up fat and sassy because we had fresh milk every day. And she would make cheese, and she would make a buttermilk. And a lot of the neighbors wanted to buy the cheese or something, or the milk. But it was barely enough for one cow we were so many in my family, you know.
Did she have a name? The cow?
Yes. How did they go? La Chula. La Chula. La Chula.
And so you had to share a room?
Yes.
I assume.
A room, a bed, everything. Yes. But I lucked out because my mother had 13 children, and there was 5 before me. And there was a brother before me, and then there was one that died shortly after she was born. And I was born, and then I had 4 brothers. So since I was kind of like a middle kid, later on, my dad was very lucky because his boss gave him a little bit that his daughter outgrew. So I had a bed. I had that bed for so long my feet would hang over.
So did you have chores that you had to do as a child?
Oh, yes.
What were they?
Yes. Honestly, I had to iron. I had to learn how to iron because all the clothes back then had to be ironed. There was nothing like wash and wear. And with 4 little brothers, all of their pants and shirts had to be ironed. And so, my mother would say, Margarita, cuida a los niños, the babies. And my older sister, she was a lot smarter than I was, and she would tell me, "You go iron, I'll take the boys." And she would take the boys to the park or visiting, and I got to do the ironing. So, yes, and of course, washing dishes, a little bit of everything. Yeah, but I did.
So, where did you go to school? This
I went to Immaculate Heart of Mary up until the 5th grade, and then my little brothers got in trouble, and the nun said, we don't want them here anymore. Anyway, to make the long story short, yes. And then from Days of, I went to Days of Autumn for the 5th and 6th grade, and then to Edison, and then to Melby. Okay.
Were you okay switching from one school to another?
I had to be okay. There was no choice. But it was hard. It was very hard. I remember that part. Yeah.
What made it difficult?
Well, when you have a nun for a teacher, and then you have a regular, they look at things in the way you. It was very different. And over there we always had to learn something with religion. That was one of the subjects. Well, here we didn't. And we would have days off, holy days of obligation. We didn't have them over here. It was very different.
At home, did you guys speak English or Spanish?
Mostly Spanish, but my father wanted us to learn English. He learned English. He became a citizen in 1939. And they would go to Mexico once in a while to visit, and he would always bring back books in Spanish. He did not want us to forget the Spanish. So he went to school and learned English. And at home, he would sit down on the porch with me. He taught us Spanish.
So, talking about school, what were your favorite subjects? Did you have one?
Yeah, going to gym when I was in junior high. No, I think I enjoyed geography a lot. Yeah, I remember that. I still love to look at a world globe, and when the news are on, I'll go over there. I just want to know where that place is,
What did you want to be when you grew up?
Oh, Miss America, I guess. No, I know that I wanted to work, and I did. I started working very young, very young. I didn't finish high school because my youngest sister was born and she was sick, and my mom was sick, and because I wanted to be in the co-ed cadets, because I went 1 year to Memphis, but I didn't go. Because I couldn't be in the co-ed cadets, and I was very stubborn, and I said, well, if I can't be in the co-ed cadets, I'll never. But, so all in all, I went to work.
Where was your first job?
It was at a store, Bond clothes for men's clothing back then, and I was in the department where they put the tags and the pricing on the shirts. But I think they could tell that I wasn't so ignorant. So then they put me in the room where it was mainly men's clothes, and they would alter them and they would come pick them up. And I was in that area. And I met a gentleman there that he took a liking to me. And he said, why aren't you in school? You're too young to be working. I was 16 then. And then one day he told me, you can go to night school. And he brought me all the information to go to Massey Business College. And he said he would pay. So he says, but take it to your father, take it to your parents. And my dad said, no, he's not going to pay. You really want to go? And I said, yes. Okay, because I would give my dad, I was making $25 a week, so I would give them half. He says, you don't give me money, you pay the school. So I went to business college. And then I went to work across the street at Sackwoods, and I was an elevator operator. And the reason I changed because they're going to pay me $27 a week, $2 more. And the lady that would ride up and down with me said, "Why aren't you in school? You should be in school." And I said, "I am. I go to night school." So when she asked me, I said, "Would you like to learn to come to work?" She was in accounting. So she said, "The days you don't go to night school, you come to me." She was a blessing. I had very good people after me. So from then on, I worked. 3 years ago, I was still working.
So, my last question are, what are your favorite memories of your mother and your father?
My father, I think I enjoyed very much that he would say on Sunday morning, we always went to church, and I always went with him because my mom would go to the next mass with the other ones, you know. And he was always my buddy, and I was always his secretary to the day he died. I have a lot of good memories. The 2 weeks before he died, I took him to get a haircut at the old barber shop, and then I said, "Dad, do you need anything else?" He said, "Yes, take me downtown." And I drove him, and he could remember everything, the market square, everything that was around there. You know? And with my mom, well, I guess she was always my mom, you know. And yes, I learned a lot from her. So, just loved her.
Well, thank you. That was very beautiful. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
I know that was